Hey guys, Big Red 310 here again to respond to the Guest Booker Challenge 2 to Double Cross King. Please all check them out, go subscribe to this challenge. But now, I'm going to be rebooking, I guess I would say. I am going to be rebooking titles in 2006. Now a lot of people griped about the title division in 2006. You know, a lot of people did not like John Cena. Everyone thought that Rey Mysterio had a shit title reign. Everyone thought the King Booker title reign was a little rushed. Batista was in the main event division, you know. But a lot of people didn't like it. I'm trying to fix things. I'm trying to fix the errors that I can. First things first. New Year's Revolution, I would keep the same, exactly how it happened. But first things first. I'm gonna go pay-per-view by pay-per-view. I don't think I'm gonna do like all of the world title, then all of the WWE title. John Cena versus Edge at the Royal Rumble. I would have Edge win that match. People, I did not like what the WWE did with Edge in 2006. In my opinion, Edge never became a true star until 2008 with the Undertaker, because that stuff with Cena in late 06 I wasn't a big fan of. To me, it looked like you could tell that literally this was a feud just so Cena could be occupied during the fall of 2006. It did nothing. It was not in any way meant to elevate Edge to the superstar level. And then Edge had the whole rated RKO thing, and then he cashed in his Money in the Bank. Then he got injured again, and then once he won the world title, like in December of 2007, that's when it's, in my opinion, his true peak, the true peak of his career started. People might disagree with me, but whatever. I thought WWE could have made a big star of Edge in 2006. I thought he could have been a very big star. He was over as a heel like crazy when he first started. And the reason apparently was that Triple H did not want to fight Edge at WrestleMania. He wanted to fight Cena because he wanted to fight the bigger star. Yeah, well, not in this world. Triple H, not in this world. So I would have Edge beat Cena at the Royal Rumble and keep the title and go from there. And I would also have Rey win the Rumble. Now we go to No Way Out. And I would keep this exactly the same. I want to keep that Angle Taker match because I'm kind of being a mark here, but that match to me is a classic. I truly love that match. It's one of my favorite matches of all time. Even though it's not one of the best matches of all time, it's definitely one of my favorites. I remember at the time, and I watched this pay-per-view on a computer. I bought it on the computer. Tell me how many of you guys actually buy WWE pay-per-views on your computer. And it was very laggy, and I was pissed off. And like the last 15 minutes of this thing were just so amazing that I didn't care the shit quality of it. So I want to keep this match. Rey and Orton, that can stay. I have no problems with it. Not WrestleMania. The Rey situation is fine. And RVD wins Money in the Bank, I'm fine with. But I would keep the Edge Triple H match. I wouldn't really have the tournament that they had because that tournament got Van Dam really over. He was really over. I wouldn't even tease Van Dam winning the title by that point. But I would save that for later. So yeah, I would have Edge and Triple H at WrestleMania. You can build this very easily. I mean, you have 2 months to do it. I can go more in depth, but I only have 10 minutes, and I got a whole year to book here. A lot more stuff to explain. It's not hard. WWE's good at this stuff. Yeah, I was gonna make Edge like this super monster heel, kind of like, you know, it's kind of how Orton was like the week after the Royal Rumble, because after he had that thing with Shane McMahon, his heat died down very quickly. But like the week after the Royal Rumble, when he was like viciously a dick and everyone in the locker room hated him, kind of like that, maybe a little more actually, build him to this ultra monster heel. And then at WrestleMania, I would have him beat Triple H. I would have it be a great match, and at least you guys having an amazing match, probably not going to happen. But I would have it be like this really great match. Like I was kind of like, you know, one of those matches where the heel goes over in the feud, but like, you know, the match was like so great, so very good that, like, you know, kind of like Edge Foley, you know, the heel went over, but I didn't have any problems with that. I'm sure no one did. It made sense. So yeah, as much as I hate to take away the Edge McFoley match from WrestleMania, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna book Edge Triple H as the main event instead of Triple H John Cena. And I think Edge Triple H, given time and properly built, could be a great match. A great match, and I think he and Triple H could have done something special. And I would have Edge win. That is right. Edge wins. And RVD wins Money in the Bank. Now Backlash, I would keep the exact same match. Edge, Cena, Triple H, except I would have Edge win it this time. Instead of, I hated that finish. If I never say it, I vociferously hated that finish. Where Cena gets the roll up on Triple H, and then Triple H just destroys the both of them after the match. To me, that really hurt Edge's momentum. Like you could tell in the build to that match, but especially after this match, they made it clear. Even if Edge is a main eventer, he is not on the level as Triple H or Triple H or Cena, and that always pissed me off, that finish. And then Edge went in that whole thing with Foley. He never even got back to the title until RVD fucked up his situation, and then he had the thing with Cena, and then he lost it again. So yeah. I would have that match today, except Edge would win. Edge looked like a heel, the ultimate opportunist. It's easy, you know. Have a spear to Triple H after Triple H pedigreed Cena, pin Cena. It's very simple to do. So yeah, Edge would win that. Then at Judgment Day, I had Rey win the title, and I would have Rey beat Kurt Angle. For WWE, they were very protective with Rey Mysterio. They never wanted him to go over. He never fully pinned anyone credibly clean, except JBL, but even that is not he wasn't really like a legit main eventer. By 2006, he kind of lost a lot of his heat that he had in 2004. I did not like that match that much, and I thought that finish was kind of weak. I thought they could have done a better job. I mean, I think they were just afraid to go with something else. But I am not afraid to have Rey Mysterio beat Kurt Angle clean. He's done it before on SmackDown, but I think he needs the win. I think he needed to fight Kurt Angle. I was gonna have Rey fight Angle at SummerSlam, but Angle left in July, and I'm just gonna leave it that way because that's I don't want to rebook what actually happened in his personal life. That's not my job. I'm just booking the wrestling show, so I'll have this match here. Plus, I thought Rey needed to get over big, and that always bothered me how Rey pinned Orton in the match. Angle was the champion, and Angle did not get his rematch on pay-per-view. That always bothered me. I know they had a match on SmackDown, which ended in DQ, for God's sakes. So yeah, easily I would have Rey Angle, keep it like that, have Rey go over, make Rey look very good in that match, and those two would have a great match in a main event situation. One Night Stand show, I will not have ECW come back. I just leave it as the One Night Stand 06. I would have Cena versus Edge versus Van Dam. Van Dam would do his whole promos with Cena, and like he did, it would actually happen, except he would do it here and to Edge. Have them both, challenging them both in his hometown, ECW, not his hometown, his crowd, the ECW crowd. Build it up like that. Very easy to do. It's not hard to do at all. Cena, even though Edge is the champion and Edge is probably the #1 heel by this point, Cena could still, even though he wasn't in the WrestleMania match, it's not hard to make Cena look like the stronger. I guess you can have Edge pin Triple H at Backlash. Cena still come out build him more towards the #1 face, but it doesn't matter. The point is that Van Dam was fighting the WWE's top guys. That to me was the key point of the situation, not just the fact that everyone hated Cena. And as much as I hate to take away that RVD Cena match, I'm gonna take it away. So yeah, I would have Van Dam actually win the match, win the title, and I would start the proper Van Dam title reign without him fucking up. So I know I just said I wouldn't book Kurt Angle not leaving the WWE, but I'm gonna book RVD not smoking pot. Well, I'm going to do it, so I want Van Dam to give Van Dam the proper title win because I thought he was the perfect champion for 2006. So yeah, you could have him pin Cena with the frog splash. Actually, I had it perfectly. I had it that he would Van Daminator. He would give Edge a Van Daminator. Edge would turn around, and Cena would lift him up, F you. And then Cena would turn around, and Van Dam would give him a Van Daminator. Cena would fall to the ground, and Van Dam would give Cena a frog splash for the 3, for the win. Crowd goes crazy, yada, yada, yada. But also that night when Rey fights Sabu, I would actually have Rey win that match. I get that Sabu, the ECW brand, was coming back, so you kind of made Sabu look good. But this time, I think Rey just needs the wins. He needed the wins. He didn't get any clean victories in his title reign except for Kurt Angle, except for JBL at Judgment Day. Besides that, he had many DQ losses, and I felt he just needs more wins. So I would have him beat Sabu. Then at Vengeance, exactly how it happened. Van Dam beats Edge, except I would not have the DX Spirit Squad main event. I would have Van Dam Edge as the main event, and I would have Van Dam go over. Simple. Then Great American Bash, I would have Rey beat Booker T this time. I'm going to do more with Booker T in a little bit, but I thought Rey still needs a little more time as champion. I think Rey is a big draw in the WWE. Merchandising is a huge, huge draw for the WWE. Possibly #2 behind Cena as far as merchandising goes. Now that Jeff Hardy's gone, so I felt that you could get this much amount of money from him in 2006 if you had done his title reign properly. So I'm gonna have him be champion for a little bit longer as well. So yeah, I'd have him beat Booker T. But I would have Booker T start cutting promos, and Booker T, I would slowly build him to be the #1 heel on SmackDown. Then Orton and Kennedy. I would have Orton beat Kennedy in the #1 contenders match. Originally I had Kennedy beating Orton, but really I don't think Ray Kennedy, even if I built up Kennedy that much, I mean, I don't think that would have. I think that Orton at the time in 2006 wasn't doing much. I mean, he had the whole thing with Carlito and the thing with Hogan. You know, after he finished his thing with Kurt Angle, he literally didn't do anything until Ray did RKO. And I felt, as you all can see how big Orton is now, you can capitalize more from Orton than you could from Kennedy. So I would have Orton win the match. When SummerSlam comes, I would have RVD Cena as the main event. You know, this especially is where I would build Cena as the #1 guy, like the #1. Like he wouldn't be the #1 face anymore, but you know what I mean. He'd still be like John Cena, what he is now. They did it in 2008, where John Cena was still this big star, even though he wasn't the champion. And they've done it. They did it in midway of 2009. It's not hard to do. So yeah, I would have Cena. RVD main event. RVD would win, and I would have Ray and Orton. I would have their match, do it properly, build up Orton a little more here, not mention Eddie Guerrero at all. I found that stuff distasteful, and I would have Ray win the match. Then at Unforgiven, I would have Van Dam beat Triple H, clean in the middle of the ring. As much as I hate to take away the Cena Edge TLC match, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take away Triple H because I think Van Dam needs a clean win over Triple H. Also, he knows a mark. It's kind of like revenge, more like a fuck you Triple H for screwing this guy over so many times. But yeah, I would definitely have Van Dam go over Triple H, so that way Van Dam has officially beaten every single person on the WWE Raw main event division, and now they're forced to push the young guys, which is another reason why I did this. Then at No Mercy, I would have the four-way that they had, but instead of Finlay and Batista, I would put it with Ray, Orton, and Benoit. I didn't like what they did with Benoit after his title reign. He didn't really do much, and as much as people hate to admit it, after he won the title, WWE didn't use him very much. And this was his return. So, you know, you could build it easily. You can build Benoit's return to the WWE. He had left, I forget when. It was around June-ish. And Orton and Ray. Orton's still hot. Ray's still hot. Easily you can do it. And then I would have Booker T continue to cut his promos, continue to establish himself as the #1 heel, replacing Orton. And I would have him win the title here. Because I do think main eventers serve a purpose. You can't just have young guy versus young guy. I do think a main eventer needs to be there, have a good title reign to get several young guys over. To me, that's much like that serves a bigger purpose than just having young guys win. So yeah, I would have Booker T win here. Then at Cyber Sunday in Survivor Series, I would have RVD feud with Carlito. Carlito was very, very, very hot in 2006. As a face, I would actually turn him heel here because I actually prefer him as a heel. And I would have him slowly build up. Like RVD's got no one left. RVD has to fight Carlito. Build up Carlito, and Carlito can steal the show at Cyber Sunday like I imagine they would, getting Carlito a nice rub there. And then at Survivor Series, they can continue with Carlito orchestrating a team against RVD's team, with Carlito's team winning. And then you can build their feud after 2006, and that way you got Carlito over as a main eventer. I can't go too much into detail now, sorry. Then I have Booker T and Benoit headline Survivor Series. These two guys have great, great, great chemistry. And I feel if anyone were to main event Survivor Series, instead of that awful Booker T Batista match, it should be with someone he would have an amazing match with. Get Chris Benoit back in the division, get him back as a serious main eventer that he wasn't. He wasn't really. He kind of stayed as an upper mid-carder with this whole feud with Chavo. I won't even say upper. And then Armageddon, I would actually have Matt Hardy slowly build his way into the main event division and have a little feud with Booker T. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Big Red 210. Check out Mr. Lucid LJ, Lucid LJ's channel. I'm out. See ya. And then finally, going into Armageddon, I would have Ken Kennedy. He's been slowly rising in the mid-card division since his thing at Great American Bash. I would finally have him come out, challenge King Booker straight up, cut his awesome, awesome face promos on King Booker. I love Kenny as a heel, and only in TNA did I realize that he's a much better face. And he's a great heel. That should tell you something. And then I would have King Booker, you know, because that tag match at Armageddon, you know, that didn't work for me too much. I thought that was just an excuse to bring Cena on the SmackDown pay-per-view to hire the buy rate because they were so disappointed with the last SmackDown pay-per-view, No Mercy, which had, to that point, the worst buy rate in WWE history until December to Dismember came along. But anyways, so yeah, I would have Ken Kennedy come out, challenge Booker T, build the program from there, get Ken Kennedy over, have him go crazy, and I would explain it more, but I'm running out of time, unfortunately. So yeah, that was my Guest Booker Challenge. Hope you enjoyed it. Go subscribe to Mr. Lucid LJ. Lucid LJ's channel got taken down. He's a very smart guy, Irish. Really enjoy his videos. Go check